Vultures.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast tonight. So, Clark, for teams that might be struggling, is it too early to start thinking about personnel moves?
In general, I would say yes, it's too early, Kevin. But if there are real chemistry issues with a team, then you've got to be willing to pull the trigger and make the move.
And for MP specifically, these cup games have extra meaning. He's made it very clear he really wants to take this home.
And I think of this game 3 of the group stage as moving day. We separate the contenders from the pretenders. MP will have to step up, take on a big role tonight.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Topic. He's out there with Jackson. And it's Jokic in at the foul. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Here's Smooth. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Jokic. Here's Cortez. Warriors with the rebound.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Smooth. Power down with both hands.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Moody. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. Smooth passes to Green. It's good from long range. Green's got 5.
No wasted motion or hesitation. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
And here's Jokic. Now Jackson. Here's Topic. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. To the left side wing. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. Drops in the layup for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Love. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Smooth. 6 points for him. Outside, Green. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Nikola Jokic.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Jackson. Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Moody. Out left to the wing. Here's Smooth. Covered by Joe. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And that one is good. 8 points for Smooth.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Love. It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's G.G. Jackson in for Jaren Jackson. Knocked away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Joe. Traps in the tray.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Smooth. He's got 8. Outside, Green. Lock at 6. A putback. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 5. Back to Love. Pass to Jokic. A fadeaway. Again, the Nuggets score.
Jokic showing his mid-range talent this time. Dynamic with the ball all over the floor.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. The basketball season is over. He knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Jalen Green. And Denver also making a switch. Santos is checked in. Jackson a screen on Love. Smooth passes to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He hits the second from the line. There's 1:59 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Joe. Cortez, guarded by Jackson. Here's Topic. Here's Ware. free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. The Warriors, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
And the Warriors making a change here. Primo's checked in. The Warriors trailing. DiVincenzo passes to Smooth. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smooth's got 10.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Smooth in the last game against Los Angeles was a man on a mission. He finished with 49 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league. And everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Smooth after the Nuggets pick up 2. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Cortez. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Smooth. 12 points for him. For 3. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Warriors on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys? Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Isaiah Joe is out there with Topic. And it's Santos in at the small forward. Where good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Smooth. Pass to Green. Here's Smooth. Jackson a screen on left. Count it. 16 points for Smooth.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Topic, guarded by Green. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Topic. Lets the 3 fly. Shoots from the baseline. Love can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Topic. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Ware, covered by Gafford. Here's Topic. Warriors with the rebound. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. Smooth passes to Jackson. Goes up from the top of the key. That one rolling around and rims out. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Topic. Love outside. To the middle. Here's Ware. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. There's the lob to Jackson. They swipe it.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Golden State. So it's Denver now. They trail by 1. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. We've seen Smooth really having a great game.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat him.
Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Cortez passes to Jackson. There's the screen. Pass to Jokic. Takes the 3. And Jokic is good on the 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Smooth. He's got 18. And they get it. And it's good on the way in. Smooth's got 20 points. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Topic. Pass to Jokic.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. How his last 10 games have gone. He's been putting up about 4 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Warriors. Lewis comes in for Green, and Denver also making a switch. Hayes is checked in. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Hayes has got the lead up to 4 now for Denver. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. Jackson a screen on Love. Here's Smooth. Makes it off the glass. 22 points for him.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Denver's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Wallace with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Love kicks to Hayes. And again, Denver with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Smooth. And Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. Pass to Hayes. It's deflected. Stolen by Lewis. To the paint. Fast break. Here they come.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Now here's Hayes. Lewis covering. Cortez defended by Moody. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Smooth with the rebound. Smooth's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Richards, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
They set the pick. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. Here's Moody. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Cortez. Oh, good on the triple. Warriors have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Here's Smooth. 24 points for him. Jackson with the screen from outside the arc. Smooth misses. Denver's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Jackson passes to Hayes. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Smooth. Nice move, and the layup is up and in. Smooth's got 26.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, they're going to be tested on both ends. But we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man.
And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is...
And that is our...
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
They've got Daniel Gafford. Green is out there with Smooth. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Jackson in at the 4 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
That jumper is cotton candy sweet. Jokic has terrific form. Gives every shot a good chance of going in.
Here's Smooth. 26 points for him. For the screen on Love. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Smooth. Denver's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Gafford. Here's Green. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Cortez. That 3 off the mark. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. Smooth passes to Jackson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Now here's Jackson. Scoreless thus far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nuggets have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Smooth, and he has 28 points for the game. Driving inside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He is absolutely putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Here's Topic, guarded by Green. Pass to Topic. Three-pointer. The Nuggets with another miss. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. They kick it out to Green. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Love. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Smooth. Driving in. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Smooth's got 32 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Jackson. Denver passing it around. Here's Topic, guarded by Green. Love. And another miss by Denver.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Smooth. Pass to Gafford. And the shot is good.
They didn't have much of a problem.
Warriors leading by 19 points. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Smooth. Jackson with the screen. 5 to shoot. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Smooth. For the screen on Jackson. Tries from 16. And Gafford throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Santos. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Jackson. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Smooth. And Santos pulls it down. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Leonard. And Moody pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Ware. The Nuggets with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Smooth. Releases from 15, and he knocks down the jumper. Smooth's got 10 points here in the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Cortez, defended by Moody. Leonard, the pass to Cortez. Over Moody. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution. You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Down low. Outside for Jackson. They set the screen. Here's Santos. Yes, that goes in.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Golden State.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Smooth. Jackson in the corner. And stolen by Leonard. That one drops for him. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Here's Smooth. Here's Moody. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Smooth. From the top of the key. Denver grabs the miss. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Leonard. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. There's nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
That free throw good from Smooth.
What you can't help but notice this half is how good they've been from the free throw line. Lights out.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Jackson misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Smooth. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
It's Jackson with the drop. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Here's Smooth. Pass to Lewis. Here's Smooth. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Richards got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Smooth. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Here's Topic. And the jumper is on the mark.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And making the right plays when necessary, closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against the Nuggets.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smooth.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and gameplay. Left side, Love. And a dunk by Love.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Smooth. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next.
Ba, ano? Nasa bubble gum na siya, regular na? Okay.
Way to bring home that W.